Hi, I'm in my sewing room, and I thought, hey, why not I make a copy of my bat color? Problem is, I need to tape this down. Much like my piano pieces. Way back in the day, I would have to tape down my pages. So I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna trace out about like maybe 10 of these, and then I'll write instructions on there. I wrote 1 inch seam allowance on mine, but I think I will reduce it to whatever. I'm gonna get it all traced out and taped up first, and then I'll write all the instructions to it, because I think I want to put it to the side, because I'm gonna like put it in the middle like this, and then instructions like in this corner right here, and then I also need to do like an instruction of how to do like the single fold bias tape and use that as a string or whatever. I don't know, or tie. I don't want to draw out a tie portion. I think I'm just going to write in the corner instruction. Well, because like, I think that would be inaccessible if I did it that way, you know? So, I don't know. I'll figure something out. But maybe people can use ribbons instead. I'll do like a little gallery or accessory thing, whatever, saying what you can use for the tie. I will say I personally use single fold bias tape because I'm about to make some. I should do that. I should make some single fold bias tape right now. Yeah. Well, not right now. I'm going to trace out these patterns and then I'll do that. And then after I get tired of tracing patterns, I am going to start cutting out my fabric for my Halloween project. I'm not going to work on sewing this week because I don't have the materials to sew. I have been working on that pile right there. This pile is a bunch of collars, like the collar that I was working on. 2 of them have fusible interfacing. The other 7 do not. So I need to wait on that to come in. And then when that's done, then I can make some more. Sorry, I'm not really talkative this week. And I definitely was not talkative last week because I've just been like, not in a funk. Because like, I'm in a great place mentally. But like, physically, I think I'm just more tired than I normally am. And I hate that. I want to be full of energy, and I'm not.
And unfortunately, even though I am a huge fan, and it's probably because I'm a huge fan, that Fallout is last place so far. So
yeah, they could have done that one just so much better. Like, they could have added so many more monsters. I think they could have done more with the power armor.
So since I was down here, I figured that I would maybe try to put the zine together. I have 5 copies of it. I had 5 copies of it. Shocking to basically nobody, I've misplaced it. And I'm disappointed in myself. And I'm going to kick myself in the butt until I can find it. But like, I thought I put it with all my market stuff and it's not over there. Maybe it's like I've dug through almost everything and I can't find it. And it's so freaking annoying being who I am and not knowing where things are, even though I know where I put it. It's not there. So this is the one zine I have. It's really frustrating. What's more frustrating is that my mother-in-law got involved with this to help me out, and she's such a sweetheart, and all that work and effort that she put into it is all pointless, worthless, because I just lose shit all the time. I can't keep on talking. If I keep on talking, I'm just going to put myself in a deeper hole. I think I am on the verge of being like having a depression episode. I don't want to, but like I'm right there on the hairline is thin. There's many things I could celebrate, but right now my mental health is taking a nosedive. So I think I may or may not this week just take a break from not quite vlogging, but talking while I vlog. I've noticed that my speech is getting worse, and that like it's not an indicator, but it may be an indicator that I should stop talking. And I know that me pushing myself to continue talking when I'm not healthy mentally is just going to make me worse. I can feel myself tearing up. So I know this week I'm going to start doing videos in the parks where I do like cozy little hour-long videos of craft with me with certain ambience sounds or whatever. I think the first zone I'm going to do is probably going to be the Vampire Masquerade. I'm just going to find random areas in the HHN sphere, sit down, pull out like a drawing book or something, or sketchbook. Actually, I could probably make a sketchbook using this paper. I got around to doing like 10 pieces of taped paper. I've only traced out 4 copies of this, and then I thought about doing the Skelly Shrug zine, pasting it together. So, sorry, I'm just mentally, I don't think I'm going to be here this week. So, if this is the end of the vlog, sorry. If not, happy surprise. Traced, done. Just got to put the instructions on.
Everybody I talked to was all over the place. There was no standard.
My wall wax order is here already. I wasn't expecting it. My name is on both sides, so I can't show you. But, yeah, kind of. Why are you crying, ma'am? Hello? What's wrong with you? Anyways, I'm going to spend this morning doing a lot of cutting my fabric. And then, or not fabric, sorry. I'm distracted by Tika and I just woke up. But I'm going to cut out some of my fusible interfacing. That way I can at least get some of it. I've already taken my little sheet down from when I do my crochet tutorials. I've taken that down so that I can start sewing again, because I can't sew with the fabric. The fabric catches the fabric I'm working with, so I can't sew with it underneath, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, alright, I'm going to do some cutting. Okay, so hopefully you guys can't hear everything that's going on outside, but I kind of want to talk while I'm cutting this fabric, or this fusible interfacing, because I went to Universal yesterday, and I did film my first video for, like, ambience setting. I didn't do a great job, I'm not going to lie, but this is a learning curve. This is my first time doing it, so I think next time I will be better about finding a sturdier place. Maybe not a sturdier place, but like getting my camera equipment. Camera equipment is literally just my phone and my little thing that I use to hold my phone. I went to HHN yesterday, obviously. I go every week, and I happened to be wearing an outfit. I think I have the photo or the video still of my outfit in my phone, so I will put it right here. This random kid, like maybe not a kid, because they definitely had an alcoholic beverage in their hand, and I definitely smelled the alcohol on their breath, but they came up to me and just not screamed, but went boo right in my ear, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like, I was just waiting patiently because I thought I was going to see a cast change. I was in the toxic 20s scare zone. So my outfit was really glowy. And I guess maybe the guy got confused because I may or may not look like a scare actor to them. First of all, what a weird thing to do to random strangers. Because, like, I'm just there enjoying my time. I'm enjoying the ambience. I'm enjoying the costumes. I'm just having fun. But anyways, yeah, this guy comes up to me and just says boo in my ear, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And he, when I turn around, asks me, where's the Jason house? And like, my brain's still computing that this happened, so I just stared at him. He's like, Jason, and he pointed at his leg. He was wearing shorts that had Jason on him, and I'm like, well, I didn't want to answer him because I was like still in shock that he did this, but also, I want to be nice because I am somebody that goes to HHN quite often. And I don't know if, like, maybe he knew me. Like, I was so shocked. I was like, I don't know very many males. The only males that I really, like, keep close in my life is my husband and my best friends. Even with him, I don't really keep him close, but my best friend's roommate, and then my husband's really good friend. Like, those are the only 3 males in my life, really. So I was like, who is this? And if it was my best friend's roommate, then he would have like texted me, or he would have been like, hey sweetie, because like that's just the way that his inflection is. If it was my husband's really good friend, I don't think it would have been his really good friend. Like, we're going for the first time on Tuesday together, and he's kind of like he's not a scaredy cat, but he's just I don't know how to say it. he's not going to go by himself because he's a social person. That's what it is. Random guy just comes up to me and yells boo, and I end up telling him the directions of the Jason house. And then like they're still standing there. Like he has a girlfriend, and they're still standing there for like an extra 2 minutes while I'm also standing there. I think the guy is drunk. I don't know. Like I've dealt with drunk people before. I used to work HHN. I actually do kind of like working along, like around drunk people. I don't know. It's kind of fun. I think for me, it was mostly I can be myself. I did have, I wouldn't say a serious, but I did have a wanting to drink problem. Like I drank a lot. It wasn't an alcoholic problem because I never got addicted, but I drank a lot when I was younger because I felt like I could be myself and other people would like me. Hold on, sorry. Apollo brought the ball in here and he wants me to throw it. So, like I was saying, I don't really mind drunk people because like it kind of comes with the territory. But like it was really rude of them to just randomly yell in my ear. They didn't yell. I would have had a meltdown if they screamed in my ear. I would have screamed back, and I don't think I'm ready to lose my passes to HHN. I wouldn't have hit him. I'm not the type to like fight in a fight or flight mode physically. But I came from a really aggressive household, and in the aggressive household, we would scream back at each other, and I'm a lot more reserved now. Hold on. The dogs are making a sound that I don't know. You little cutie over here. You bring ball back? He just wanted to see me while he was playing with the ball. And like I was saying, I do come from a very aggressive household. And in my aggressive household, we did a lot of screaming matches, which I'm not happy about. It's absolutely not a fun time at all. I have a lot of anxiety because of it. Anytime like I hear yelling in public, I start having like anxiety because I just don't like being in that environment. I'm grateful that he didn't yell in my ear, or I would have absolutely had a crash out moment. But yeah, it was strange. His girlfriend, when I like turned to him and was like, "Hey, so maybe not do that to random people that you don't know, or random people in general. That's really rude." And his girlfriend's like, "Come on, we gotta go." And like neither of them apologized to me. They were on the younger side, so like I don't know. They I dress alternatively, and I know I look weird, but like I just never expect people to like do stuff like that to me. I don't know. That's kind of a weird reaction to have to somebody that dresses alternatively. My style of alternative dressing is more alternative than most alternative people because I do take different style fashion from different locations. Like that skirt I made was completely my own pattern, and the hat was my own pattern with rave yarn that no longer exists. Big Twist Rave, RIP. It's so frustrating that Michael's bought the Big Twist line out because I know that Hirschner's would have taken care of it, and Hirschner's would have carried more than just what we have now. I still don't know if it's gone forever from Hirschner's or if they're given the license to use Big Twist, because I thought they were taking care of the whole entire Big Twist line, but I think Michael's bought out Big Twist. And this isn't like, okay, so I keep on seeing this on Reddit, but this isn't hate towards the Big Twist employees. And I'm kind of tired of the Michael's employees being like, you guys are just so mean to us. And I'm tired of hearing that the Joann's like customers are being mean to the Michael's employees, that they're not Joann's. At the end of the day, the problem stems from way up here. Way up here is telling us down here, hey, we're going to be like Joann, we're going to be like Party City, we're going to carry everything you need. And what they up here don't understand is if you're going to carry everything that we need down here for the fabric, the fiber artists, you need to have it in store. Your stores are not big enough for that. And the crafting world, like, I'm grateful that it's like general crafting, but first of all, I know that you guys bought out, what was it? It was a fabric, Hancock Fabrics. I, from watching TikToks when this was all transpiring, know that they bought out Hancock Fabrics and didn't do anything with it. Didn't even bring it online. Never bought it in store. I know that with this big twist buyout, they're not going to do anything with it. They said that they bought it, and they said that they have Big Twist Posh, but they're, or something like that, and they're calling it something different. From all accounts I've heard, it does not feel the same. So, like, we need to stop fighting down here. And I think that's the issue. People don't know how to stop fighting down here and realize the big issue, the big overarching issue is never going to be, I mean, maybe sometimes it's down here, but the biggest issue will always be the elites up here. And I'm not saying that Michael's is elite, but at the end of the day, they're still private equity, and they're still buying out these things and letting it die out. That's what happened to Joanne. They threw all of their bankruptcy onto Joanne. And even though Joanne's stores were profitable, especially post 2020, they still let it die, still let it go through bankruptcy, didn't do anything to try and fix it, didn't try to sell off like certain stores. Because I know there's people that were rich enough that could buy stores in the franchise a little bit, like franchise out, and they didn't want to do that. So it's just really disappointing living in this time. Like, I don't know why I started talking about that, but like, I'm working with interfacing that I had to wait maybe not weeks, but like days for, instead of being able to do this all in one go. I need to start getting ready soon, because my husband and I, well, not my husband's at work, but my husband's family, my in-laws, they're coming to pick me up because we're trying to surprise my husband. My husband kind of knows, because I don't like throwing surprises like that at him. He knows that I'm coming, but he doesn't know the rest of the family is coming. He kind of knows that I'm coming, but we're going out to where he works and grabbing dinner. I forgot, but I'm currently watching Minecraft Vampires. Pearl and Avid and Cleo and a couple of other like Minecraft YouTubers I watch are on there, and I am particularly fond of the vampire lore and history and all that. I'm not the best. I'm not the most knowledgeable about vampires, but I am definitely on Vampire Talk. But anyways, it reminds me, because this is a lore-based SMP, and at HHN, I'm trying to be brave. I have social anxiety, and when I tell you I told that one kid to not be rude, I am very proud of myself. My husband is proud of me for standing up for myself. I tried a little bit of like role playing in a way, because everybody noticed my skirt and my hat, and they're like, "You're dripping in the stuff." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I drank the Kool-Aid." Like, I didn't know how else to like talk to them, but they were all very nice and like really tried to story play, and like it made me feel deeper involved with the scare zones. So I am a scare zones girly, and I know a lot of people go to HHN just for the houses, but I spend most of my time in the scare zones. Yesterday I didn't even do a single house. I didn't get any food. I just spent the majority of my time in Toxic 20s and a little bit of time in the vampire scare zone, because that's, at this point, I think Toxic 20s is my favorite and the vampires is my second, maybe second favorite because of costuming. I would say Cats is probably my third favorite, because I don't know. It was fun walking through Cats last night, because they were like impressed with my, and like one of them was like, and they're like, "Thank you." But anyways, I think it was Toxic 20s where one of them came up to me and I just did this, and they came up and did the same thing, and I like kind of screamed, but it was really fun. It's very cute. I had a lot of fun trying to improv with them. I'm not an improver. I did music growing up, so I don't know anything about improv. I do know about music improv, and I wasn't good at that. My husband's good at improv, and my best friend is also good at improv. And I wish they were there, because I know my best friend would have been so good at doing the story. Like, I just feel like there's so much story and lore there now, because like the scare actors are really what brings them out. And now that they're comfortable in their roles, this has been like week 2.5, 3 for them. So they're finally like really settling into their roles, knowing who they're playing in the game, the scare zone. You'll see it all the time in the Vampire Masquerade that they'll just like come up to each other and they'll kind of like bow at each other, kind of like dogs. And it's I don't need to call them like that. It's not an offensive term. It's more of a notice how they're playing alongside each other, and they'll go up to each other, bow, and then dance, and then sometimes I'll have conversations with each other, and I think that's the cutest thing ever. That's what I love so much about being a Scare Zones girly. It's because like you can literally see the characters really making friends, because honestly, I say this all the time, they're theater kids. A lot of them are still in school, to be honest, not high school, but like college school, studying theater arts. And this is like such a good step for them in the right direction if they want to continue their career in the theater arts. Some of them do want to continue in theme parks, but I will say theme parks do not pay as well as like the big screen, of course. So this is a good stepping stone. I want to say there was like a couple big name actors that had their start on stage at Universal during HHN. So this is such a big start for them. And it's just really fun seeing them really. This is improv for them. This is a lot of them improving. This is a lot of them like, there's no rehearsal. There's like, if you go to the house, I mean, there is rehearsal, of course, but the scare zones are a big improv section. I would say the houses are more rehearsed sections. And like, I don't know. I feel like if I were to have been casted, I would have probably been put in a house, because I don't know how to improv very well, but I want to be better about it, especially since I go to all these events where like I go to a lot of conventions. Oh, I say a lot. I want to go to more. I'll get there eventually. But I'm also the type that like I have to mask on stage all the time, and I'm pretty comfortable with that role of masking on stage. And by that I mean at work, I have to hide who I am really. I can't tell them I actually hate my job location. I don't I mean, I don't hate it, hate it. I kind of just don't want to be there. And like there's some politics that goes into it, that are more reasons why I don't really want to be there, but I don't want to get too deep on that because I don't want to really super reveal where I'm at. I want to get comfortable with doing more kind of like improving, especially since I want to start selling stuff on my own. And especially if I want to get into music videos, because like it's always been a dream of mine to like not make music videos, because I don't think I will ever have the cinematography tools to do it. But it's always been like a dream of mine to be involved somehow in the music video world. And right now, the only thing I can think about is adding my fashion to it. But I know I have more than that to add to the conversation. Just finished cutting them all out, by the way. I'm probably going to start getting ready instead of sewing one up. Maybe I'll have time to sew one up before. But anyways, it's something that I've always wanted to be involved with as a kid. I was definitely one of those kids that watched while like out the window, because I was overly imaginative, watched out the window and imagined a music video, because music is my special interest. And then on top of that, I had a lot of like loneliness as a child, and that's just where my brain would automatically take me, is just what brought me comfort. And music brings me comfort. Music videos brought me comfort. Before I even knew what a music video was, I would imagine making one, as in like, I don't know, it's that raindrop theory, I guess. It's not a theory. It's very common in neurodiverse folks that we just like looked out the window as kids because of our loneliness and imagined a music video. But yeah, I think this might help me get into it. I don't know. I just thought it was a little bit fun. Like I was able to like, there was one scare actor that was like bowing down at me because of all the green. There was like I don't know if I'd be able to catch the audio. I'm going to save all my HHN videos this year and post as much as I can. I need to edit the video from last night where I just praised the 1920 Scare Zone because they did such a great job. I'm such a fan. They're having so much fun out there, and yeah, I need to edit that video. But there was two scare actors. There was like a newsboy and a little girl with like what's her? I don't remember what the 1920s. They're not skull caps. They were like little cloche hats. I think that's what they're called. She was wearing one of those, and she had a little bit of toxic on her. They both had like a little bit of toxic on them, and they were just having a conversation with me, and they're like, "Do you want me to beat it out of you?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do that." Or what did I say? I was like, "Yeah, sure." Or no, the newsboy was like, "Do you want me to end it for you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then they came up to me and they're like, 1, 2, 3, close your eyes. And then they obviously didn't hit me. But they were so fun to interact with. And I wish I had more like improvising skills and like I wasn't so socially awkward. They were so nice. And then like there's a scare actor that says hi to me basically every single time I go. And by hi, he just like kind of snarls at me, which is a lot of fun because I think I remember him from last year because he was in that same scare zone area. So I ended up giving him a little star and he was so happy. And I was so happy that he was happy too. I don't normally give stuff to the more masculine presenting people. I don't know. I think it's just my being raised and I just, I don't know. I don't mean to be that way, but I'm trying to be a little bit better about it and be more equal about it. And anyways, he was very very thankful and like he even like shouted me out for the scare actor that was standing on top of the podium and like announcing everything. The podium is the car in the scare zone, and he was just like talking about that everything. And then the guy that was up there was like giving me a good interaction. He's like, I give you about 24 hours, so I was able to use that bit and bring it down to the street. I don't know, it's really fun, and I need to be like, I want to be better about it. I want to be like more involved. And like, I don't know, I'm there every single week. I did meet somebody on opening day. They're a team member and we ended up trading bracelets. Or no, I gave them and their partner a crochet star each because I remember seeing them in the torture fair scare zone a lot. The team member, or maybe they're both team members. Anyways, the one partner that we stopped, my husband stopped actually, was like, hey, were you the one that was drawing in the torture fair scare zone? And she was like, yeah, that was me. Oh my God. And the other partner was like, oh my God, I can't believe like that we were recognized that way. And I don't know if they have like a TikTok or anything, but the partner that was drawing every year in the scare or every day in the scare zone has a tattoo of the torture fair scare zone. And I don't know, maybe that's their first year in that scare zone, but or at HHN or as a team member. But they were there very, very, very often. So I saw them a lot doing a lot of drawing and maybe this is their first year working there because I haven't seen them this year since opening day. They remind me of me just hanging out in the scare zones. I also have other mutuals. They're not TikTok mutuals. Like I know them through a friend and I know them on Instagram. I don't use Instagram anymore, but I have them on Instagram. So if I ever need to reach out, I can. But anyways, they're there like every week as well. And they just hang out in the scare zones too. And I think that a lot of people don't realize, especially if you're just a casual HHN goer, how nice it is to sit and enjoy the ambience of the scare zones. It's a little hidden thing about being an HHN fan. And I know, like, me personally, I'm a big fan of finding that lore as opposed to the housing lore because the street zones, the scare zone lore sometimes evolves into a house lore because like Major Suites ended up being a house. I didn't spend much time in Major Suites because I was like new to HHN, and then on top of that I was a little bit embarrassed because it was like my first time doing an outfit based on, well, in general making my own outfit, but an outfit based on HHN. So also I think this would be cute as a cuff. I've been meaning to do it and I think about it a lot, so I know I'm going to end up getting around to it. I'm just nervous about how to do it. Anyways, I think it'd be really fun to just learn more about the lore and get some more lore. Like last year, there was a character named Pickles, and I wish more people knew about that. But also, that's kind of like a fun little, if you're in the community, you know. I'm kind of tired of talking. I'm gonna start getting ready. I'll show you guys my outfit after I'm done getting ready, and then yeah, it's not gonna be anything like big. It's just gonna be probably casual, to be honest. I don't know what I want to wear. Okay, folks, this is the outfit. I don't have my shoes on yet, but ah! I have a huge pile right here of whips, and I need to like clean it up. I'll get around to it eventually, especially when I finish this back collar situation I have going on. I don't think I'm going to get to the bralettes. I feel really bad because I said I was going to get to them. I just don't have them, and that's on me. So I will have to start making them soon. I'll probably start them sometime after the market. That way I'll have it in my inventory for next Halloween. I might just, I'm not going to put it online because it's a Halloween specific thing. And like, I don't know, maybe I'll bring it to markets with me, especially since I'm going to try again for the Goblin Market and I want to bring Halloween stuff. So yeah, I might do that. Anyways, crochet top. This is the Cerostratus top that I've been trying to get out there. I just don't have the mental energy. I think what I want to do is just drop it as a zine. And if anybody wants to help collaborate with that and like give me their information on how many like little things they used, what is it, stitches they use. This one, I can't remember what the exact amount of stitches you need for this is, but it's one of those like you have to have a certain amount of stitches. So getting people's widths on that and like learning about that, that's something I need to know. I also need to get some, what's it called? Not bias tape, but it's like stretchy yarn. I can't remember. It's stretchy. So I need to get that to help shape this a little bit because it comes far down, but also you can kind of like lift it up and make pseudo sleeves. And I do like that. So I don't know at this point, but yeah. This one, this side is like droopier than this side because this side, the yarn is a little bit tighter. And because I did a whip stitch, I should be able to fix it, but I don't know how much of a whip stitch I did, to be honest with you. So anyways, yeah, these shorts I made, these are my favorite pairs of shorts. In general, I think it's the material. This is linen. I think it's a linen bamboo mix. And I wish I had the money to just buy linen bamboo mix for all of my clothing, but it is so expensive. But also, it's my favorite thing to work with. I love bamboo in general. And my mother-in-law's here, so I gotta go. Yeah, this is the outfit. I made this too. Okay, and this. This I got in, I don't remember. I gotta go. Good morning. I don't know what time it is, but this is my outfit for today. This skirt I've had for like many, many moons. The shirt also many, many moons. I think I got it in 2019 or 18 whenever I first started like trying to do a big girl job and then realized it was not for me. So this is the Sis Love shawl. I added jingle bells. You guys have probably seen me talk about this multiple times throughout, if you've been here for a while, multiple times, because this is, I'm so upset. So upset that the Dahlia line from Hobie did not come out with this colorway. What a gorgeous colorway. Love, love, love. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. This is a bamboo, what is it? Bandana. And the pattern is kind of gleaned off of Daisy Craft Co., Daisy Dagger Co. It's gleaned off of her spiderweb bandana pattern, just made for smaller yarn and more points, whatever. It's a bunch of double crochet until you get to the end where you do a bunch of picot crochet, triple crochet, blah, 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 blah. Go look up her pattern. It's a fun little pattern. Definitely a skill-based pattern because surface crochet is not for everybody. So anyways, this is the outfit. Oh, these are pantyhose from Pantyhose, I guess. I don't know. They're from Spirit Halloween 2 years ago now, 1 year ago. They were way too small for me. And I was just like, I can just get another pair in my size. I got the plus size one. And my God, it fits so well. But this is the size small medium. and this wonderful top. Wonderful, wonderful. I do have a collar under here, and it's nice that I can cover it up with this shawl. I want to make another one so bad. So honestly, I showed you guys my cotton plant, right? Maybe I did last week. I don't remember, but I showed it to you. Well, whatever. I have one because the goal is to make my own dahlia yarn. It's not going to be called dahlia, of course, but I want to make my own yarn similar to that. I want to dye my own yarn similar to that because like it's just so gorgeous. Like look at the way that it flows from the purple down to black into gray. It's just so like ghoulish, so spectral, so like ghostly. I love things that like flow from color down to like the black white. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. So what I do know about this yarn, well, if I remember correctly, it's 6-ply. It's either 4-ply or 6-ply. And what would happen is like every few, I guess, yards, they would just cut one of the strings from the original color and then tie on another string from the new color. 1 ply of it, you know. That's, I don't know. I just think that's going to be super cool. I'm definitely not going to have enough. Maybe I'll buy some cotton balls and do that. I don't know. I don't think it's the same. Who knows? I've seen people make yarn out of cotton balls, and the staple is so short. I know I am getting myself into a lot of trouble doing this. I don't want to work with wool because my ideal is I want to work with products that are a little bit more, not that wool's not sustainable, a little bit health friendly, if that makes sense. A lot of people are allergic to wool, so I want to be conscious about that. And I want to be able to, like, if I'm making it for somebody, make it for people, like a wide variety of people, you know? I don't want to leave anybody out of my fashion because I made something out of wool. I don't know if I'm allergic to wool. I don't think I am, but I've never really tried because it's expensive anyways. But yeah, this is the outfit for today. We are going to go to, I don't remember where we're going. First, we're going to Ollie's Bargain Market because I've heard that they do have some Joann warehouse overstock stuff. They bought up some of the warehouses. So we're going to see if there's any. We're going to the one near the Florida Mall in Orlando to see if they brought in any fabric. I doubt it, but I just want to check because one of my coworkers, I keep on telling her that I see stuff online that they have fabric, and I don't want to be a liar. So I want to go out there and give her a text. She's this older woman. She's kind of like, she lives by herself and she sews for her grandchildren, and she's so sweet. I kind of told her I'd bring her out to the Lakeland Antique Mall. I'd probably ask her to drive because I don't want her in my car. She also has like an ECV. She's older and like she's the sweetest. Like I know people have their opinions on her, and like not trying to get you guys into my work drama, but like this is what happens when you like have generational people. I grew up in a family household that you respect your elders no matter what, and like not gonna lie, it was really bad for my psyche. But like they grew up in a different time period. It's why I'm so patient with like Gen Z and Gen Alpha. Yeah, they're rambunctious, but so was I when I was their age. So I can't fault all of them entirely, and sometimes it's their parents' fault. But like, anyways, that's going off topic. Like, people will have their own opinions about other people, and it's not always beneficial for community. Like, you're going to dislike people in your community. It's going to happen. You're going to hate people in your community. It's going to happen. I know right now there's like a big, like, goth is political thing going on, and it is. However, we will always have those few people come in that don't agree with the majority of goth, and like we kind of pride ourselves with being an open community, and we shun those who are very right leaning. And as somebody that's not very right leaning, I understand, I get it, but if you can't welcome somebody in, not saying that we should welcome them in, but like show kindness and like convince them why we are an open community. I think that's where a lot of our issues stem of not being able to build community in general, is that we all have that one track mind. You have to think like me. You have to listen to the same music as me. You have to dress the same as me. And that's kind of detrimental to community. So I don't remember where I was going. Oh, Ollie's. We're going to go to Ollie's Bargain Market. I'm not purchasing anything. This month is a no spend month. My husband has been purchasing things for me, which is very kind of him. He doesn't have to, but he knows the joy it will bring me. So the Hamikuma popcorn bucket was something that he purchased for me. But to be fair, he wanted to purchase that before I even wanted it. I just wanted the keychain. And when he heard the Hamikuma merch was coming, he's like, popcorn bucket. And so we got it. But anyways, that it is a no spend month. So I am on the lookout for fabric. Doubt there will be fabric, but I'm also on the lookout for stationery for my sister-in-law because she is also in the arts community. She went to school for art and she's more on like the physical. I mean, she does crochet as well, but she's more on like the smaller crochet, like not fashion. That's what I'm trying to say. She's not in the fashion side of art. She's more on physical, sometimes digital. Not very much digital, but physical art side. And then after that, we're going to go find like a restaurant in the Florida Mall area because one of our favorite things to do during the HHN time period, during the fall period, is to find restaurants in the area, like small business restaurants. So I don't remember what this restaurant's called, but it's an Indian restaurant and we're planning on just eating there. They have like a vegetable curry. I am a big fan of curry. I love curry. I love spicy food. I love Indian food. I'm so grateful that my husband like is very adventurous with foods because I would have never had Indian food had it not been for him. He's a culinarian through and through. He's very passionate about food. So we've been able to like use this time period. When I say so, okay, this is me rambling, but like on TikTok, I recently posted a friends only post, and sometimes I regret doing friends only posts because like I want people to hear some of my opinions, but like that's what I have y'all for. TikTok, I just kind of want to share music, and on top of that, the TikTok community isn't as open to listening to people talk. I, for one, don't like hearing people talk on TikTok. I go on there to find new music, to look at art, to unfortunately get the news because it's just infiltrating TikTok. It's no longer just a fun place to post your art, but nonetheless, I don't like putting those posts on public because I don't know, sometimes my opinions are a little bit strong. And over here, at least, I know my opinions are strong, but I make my videos so long that if it's if it's strong enough, then people probably won't even hear it. What was I talking about? Something along the lines of, my TikTok post. So the TikTok post I made was about like the Halloween community. And no, that's not the post I'm thinking about. Give me like 5 seconds to remember what I was thinking about. I don't remember what I was thinking about. So let me just talk about my last post on TikTok. It was about the Halloween community and how like we kind of, the Halloween community has been complaining about like the pastel goth or pastel Halloween, pasteloween, whatever they want to call it. And I want to mention that the reason why it's happening is because the Halloween community has asked for it. Enough somebodies have asked for it to become popular enough of an opinion that they started putting it in the stores. And it's popular enough of an opinion that people are purchasing it. I work in retail, albeit it's tourism retail, but it's retail nonetheless. And we had a huge blowout, basically, of our pasteloween line. And we can't keep it in stock because it's popular. And I know everybody's like, oh my God, we can't keep it in stock, or oh my God, it's pasteloween, oh my gosh, it's Christmasoween, it's Valentine's, why is this happening? At the end of the day, it will always, always be corporations. It will always be about money. People see this. People see that there is a lack of Halloween stuff during Christmas. There are Halloween YouTube channels and TikTok channels that go out and look for Halloween during Christmas. They call it Halloween, but like they're looking for goth decor in general. They're looking for it in Christmas. They're looking for it in Valentine's Day, Halloween, Gothmas, Halloween, and they're looking for it in Easter, apparently. I didn't know that was a thing, but some of the biggest goth Halloween decor hunter creators out there are still looking for it during Easter. I don't know the correlation there. I feel like Easter is a very, like, I know it's a Christian holiday, but also the way that us in the United States celebrate it is very corporate. Like, we buy and purchase and purchase and purchase. You remember the whole boo basket trend last year, the Easter basket? I don't know about the Easter basket thing. I didn't know that was a thing because the way that my family celebrated Easter was going to church for like 12 hours. And if you want to talk about religious trauma, I have it. But either way, it's because somebody asked for it. Some of the biggest voices in the Halloween community has said, hey, oh, Summerween, that's another big one. That's why the pastel stuff came out, was because of Summerween. And it's widely popular just because, like, some people are saying, I can't stand this pink Christmas or pink Halloween. When did this happen? It happened during Christmas. In the 60s, I want to say, the mint and the light pink, popular because somebody asked for it and it sold. So it's what's happening is that the big corporations are seeing these people ask for this, and then also seeing small businesses who do small drops during those certain months, such as like Halloween. I will be doing a Halloween drop because Valentine's Day is my second favorite holiday, but I'm also goth. I'm a pastel goth, so it kind of aligns with a lot of my aesthetics. I will be doing a Halloween drop, but because big corporations can only do it during a certain like time frame without the normies, for a lack of terms, getting upset with it, especially during Easter. Let me tell you, Easter will not ever have Halloween decor. They might have maybe hard maybe they'll have like black Easter eggs or something. Doubt it. Like, I don't know if anybody else remembers, but they had the jack-o'-lantern kind of styled eggs in Target like 5 years ago. It's happened for a while, and people are just now catching on because it's getting more and more popular. And it's happening because these corporations see that it's popular. People have asked for it. As I keep on saying, somebody has a big enough voice, somebodies have big enough voices, it's going to happen. So if you're like really peeved off about that, take a look at your small business counterparts. Stop buying at the big corporations because that's what they're doing. If you want to buy big corporation stuff, like, I get it as somebody who does craft like this. I wouldn't say Hobie is, because I don't think they're private equity and I think they're foreign in general. But like, going back to Joanne being sad that it's gone. I remember when I made a post about Joanne shutting down and the yarns I'll miss because Joanne shut down, there was a comment made by this one person who was kind of like rude about it, but like, they're like, oh, I wouldn't be sad about Joanne shutting down because I shop small. You should always shop small. And it's like, okay, so here's the thing. I'm poor. And for a lot of people, when they're starting off, that was a good starting point. You get so much yarn in a big twist skein for what, $4.49 at that time. And I think it's kind of like, I'm not trying to shame people into only buying small, but like, if you're one of those that's complaining about what's going on in big corporate right now, in those big boxes, big box stores, you should start looking. Because if you're angry enough that it's happening, you've been in the community long enough. You should know that they don't care about our community. They're just trying to make money off of our community. So please look at small businesses. I'm not saying this just because I'm a small business owner. I'm not a Halloween decor person. I make fashion, so like, it doesn't bother me much. And on top of that, I only want to sell so that I can recoup some of the money that I am losing by doing my hobby. Like, I'm not trying to make like big bucks here. I'm just trying to make some money so I can buy more yarn at the end of the day, or fabric, you know? So like, if you're privileged enough to have been able to notice the trend ticking that way, I think you're privileged enough to start purchasing small little bundles small little decor pieces with much better quality, because I don't know if y'all have seen this TikToker that's been talking about the paint jobs done at Home Goods and Marshalls and all that. You'll get a much better done painted sculpture from a small business, and you won't have to complain about it being all pink because you can curate what you're looking for. So, and on top of that, those people that are like, oh, I can't find orange and black Halloween, I want traditional Halloween. Go to your thrift stores. Go to the antique shops. I have a local antique shop, and I know this is a lucky thing for me because I live in a very populated area, but I don't think that it's odd for me to say that your local thrift shop will most likely have Halloween decor out year round that's from previous years. Some people do donate that stuff. And like, if anything, it's always around. If you can't afford small shops, small business, thrift stores, antique stores, vintage stores, make it yourself. So like going back to the like buying from like big corporate or whatever, like if you are into your own DIY, that's like just DIY it yourself. Like it's so easy to DIY. Like I'm literally waiting on like my own sanity to make ghosts because I don't have new outdoor decor this year. I have a bunch of like plastic bags I want to make into plarn and stuff it with like old socks or something, or more plastic because plastic doesn't degrade quick enough, and like take some of this old fabric down here. I don't know. I'll just, okay, well, not this fabric, but I might use some of this fabric for other purposes, but like bed sheet fabric, and then make little ghosties and then stick them in my yard because I wasn't able to purchase any like home outdoor yard decor. So like it's easily doable. Like I'm not telling everybody that you need to crochet, but like you can just go to like Dollar Tree and like buy a little ball and then throw one of your old bed sheets over it, you know? I don't know, but hearing everybody complain about like the new stuff in stores when it comes to Halloween, because as somebody from the Halloween community, like is kind of tiring because I'm kind of grateful to see it as somebody who has been alternative to the alternative people. Like pastel is one of my favorite like color ways, and for people to get so vehemently mad at it that I had to unsubscribe because of how like disgusted they were from my little niche community, I guess. I don't know, man. But anyways, I need to wake my husband up. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what time it is. I think I woke up. I know I woke up earlier than I was supposed to. But yeah, so eat around. Oh, it's going to be an Indian restaurant. And then after that, we're going to go to HHN. We're going to try to do like the Toxic 20s opening ceremonies because apparently every scare zone has their own like little thing that they do right at 6:30. I think that's the time. I don't know because I didn't know that was happening. So we're going to try to make it there. If not, we're going to hang out at Coven and then, yeah. All right. See ya. Hi. Good afternoon. I'm going to warn y'all. I mean, it's already in the end of the video, but I've been dealing with ADHD paralysis. ADHD isn't just forgetting things. ADHD isn't just jumping off the wall, being super talkative. It sometimes puts you into paralysis where you have so many things that you want to do and you can't do it because your brain doesn't know where to start. Like I do know where to start and I know what I want to start on because once I get past that hurdle, then I can move on to another one. But then I have another thing I want to do, and then I have another thing I want to do, but I also have to go back to this thing that I have to do. And it's just, I'm struggling. I'm struggling mentally. I already kind of mentioned it earlier in the video that I might be going through like a depression route. And there were a couple days that I felt fine. I was in bed for like an extra 10 hours taking a nap. But when I'm depressed, all I do is sleep, and like it keeps me from doing other things, you know? It's I'm not having a good time mentally. And it's nothing to do with like my immediate surroundings. It's just that I do suffer from seasonal depression. And there's just something in the air that's setting me back. Kind of, I guess. I don't know. I don't think that's really the case. I don't know what's going on. I just know that I'm not doing well mentally. And I just want to disclose that before I tell you guys or move on to whatever I did this week. So because I've been going through a mental block, I've only finished one project this week, and I didn't even finish it. It's the beret. I haven't even taken the clips out because I just don't want to, you know? I have this is the base for a spiderweb beret because it's a big twist, sparkle twist. I don't remember what it's called. Big twist twinkle. So I need to take the little things out. Eventually I'll get around to adding the spider webs to it, but I don't know if I'm going to wait till next drop or what until after the market. I feel so behind on the market. I think that's what's really causing it. I think I overpromised. And then on top of that, like normally this time of the year, I'm pumping out like new projects every other week or whatever. I've only done one project, and it's a Fallout project. And not only is that all I've done, I can't afford to go fabric shopping. I made a post about how sad I am that I have to wait for my stuff to come in. That's another thing with ADHD. If you don't start and finish the project right away, you're probably not going to do it. I'm just building piles of whips right now because I'm like, I don't have enough of this stuff to finish this. Those collars, if I had enough of the stuff to finish it, I would have finished it 1-2 days. But now it's taking me 2 weeks because my ADHD is like, oh, that's a different project. I don't want to go back and do it. But like, I also don't want to start a new project because then I'll never get back to that project because I want to start on my Halloween costume. It's going to be just a Halloween outfit. But like, I have a collaboration I want to do with one of my mutuals that I can't get around to because my brain is stuck on this color, but my brain also doesn't want to do the color because it should have been done in 2 days. And then on top of that, I have another collab or like art trade that I want to do with Eerie Knots with a bracelet or like a candy bracelet thing. And I can't start on that because my desk is a mess. And I don't want to start on that now when I already have another collab that I want to work on, when I already have that color that I want to work on. And then I also have like this yarn coming in. It's Big Twist Twinkle as well. It's a black colorway, obviously. And I have that yarn. It's in the mailbox right now. My husband's on his way home from doing all of his ADHD tax of not getting his passport renewed. It's an extra like $150 because he has to get it expedited and then he has to go get it mailed out. He can't go in person. It's a whole mess. And it's been a difficult last couple days. Like, I don't know how to explain anything, but the end of the video where I just explain what I've done. I started on making cutout patterns for my bat cape necklace collar thing. I finished out all the fusible interfacing, cutting all that out. I finished the base of this beret. I feel like there's like one other thing I've done. I made a ambience video for HHN. I also learned how many pages I need to do like a little beret zine. I'm thinking about printing that out because I said I was going to work on that too, and I never did that. I, at work, have been like kind of writing out the pattern, but while I was at HHN doing the ambience video, I was able to work on like numbering the pages and figuring out how many like pieces of paper I need and how many like each pattern goes on which page, blah, blah, blah. So I got a lot of things like started, but I don't have very many things to say that I've finished. Like, I can't even say I finished this. This is literally just the base. So I'm sorry that the end of this video isn't very like happy, but I'm also not a very happy person right now. I do suffer from seasonal depression. I don't think I have just normal depression, which I'm grateful for because I do know quite a few people that do suffer from that and they have to go through a heavy medication for it. I am lucky that I do not. But I know it comes in spurts, whatever it's called. And I know I can kind of like quell it for a little bit. So hopefully next week I'll be in a little bit better mood. But I don't know. This is off topic, but I do remember Hirschner's now has the Big Twist Rave yarns there. I'm still on a no spend. I did end up spending money at Ollie's, but it was stuff for market. So I'm not really counting it as spending. I bought a little like necklace holder because I do plan on eventually selling collar pieces or crochet collar pieces. It's a tiny one, but it's something to showcase that. And then I also bought little hooks for my side room so that I can hang my berets so people can see my berets instead of just that video. So yeah, I think that was more of a business move than a personal move, to be honest. And then it just benefits me that it's organizational tools. And then I bought candy, which I don't have a anti-budget for that. I'm buying candy for the neighborhood kids. We're halfway through September. I need to keep on buying. I don't need, but like as the house that has the big candy in the neighborhood, because my husband saves up all his like work food coupons and then just buys candies, like the big size candies, so we can pass out to like whoever the first few like 20 kids are. We're the big candy house, and that's been a goal for the both of us our entire lives, and we don't want to stop doing that, you know? So yeah, I had to buy candy for the neighborhood, and I will probably be purchasing more candy next week. So anyways, I'm done talking. I will hopefully be in a better mood next week. We'll see. I think we will be. Hopefully the paralysis will quell and I can get at least 2 projects done because I do have a lot of whips going. So, all right, bye.